Hello students, hope you all are fine. In the previous video the sound quality was not audible, that is why I have made this video again. So let's start The Chocolate Room. The Chocolate Room is written by Roald Dahl. He is counted among the greatest modern British writer. This chapter is from the Charlie and the Chocolate Room Factory, one of his most popular books for children. Mr. Willy Wonka invites 5 children for a visit to his chocolate factory. Among them is a poor little boy, Charlie Bucket, who came with his grandfather. The children see fascinating scenes at the factory and have strange experiences. When the children they went to the factory, they saw beautiful and new things, which amazed them or which shocked them, and they had a great experience over there. In this extract, Mr. Yonka shows them the chocolate factory. So let's start. An important room this, cried Mr. Yonka, taking a bunch of keys from his pocket and slipping one into the keyhole of the door. So, Mr. Yonka says that this is an important room. He took out a bunch of keys from his pocket and unlocked the door with a key. This is the nerve center of the whole factory, the heart of the whole business, and so beautiful. So, Mr. Yonka says that this is the actual center of the factory, which is very beautiful. Here everything you can see. Mr. Yonka says to the children, that is 5 children. Okay. I insist upon my rooms being beautiful. I can't abide ugliness in the factory. Mr. Yonka says it is important for him that his rooms must look beautiful because he can't abide or he can't tolerate ugliness in his factory. Here abide means tolerate. Okay. In we go then. In we go then. But do be careful, my dear children. Don't lose your heads. Don't get overexcited. Keep very calm. Mr. Yonka opened the door. So, here Mr. Yonka says that advise the children to come. He asks the children to come with him, but also at the same time, he is advising them to be careful and not lose their control in overexcitement. Okay? By seeing so many chocolates around them. 5 children and 9 grown-ups pushed their way in, and oh, what an amazing sight it was that now met their eyes. Along with Mr. Yonka, 5 children and 9 grown-ups were going to enter the chocolate room. Out of the 9 grown-ups, one was Charlie's grandfather, who came along with Charlie to visit the chocolate room. As the door opened, they saw an extremely beautiful scenario which made them speechless. They have no words to explain how beautiful the chocolate room was. Okay? They were looking down upon a lovely valley. There were green meadows on either side of the valley, and along the bottom of it there flowed a great brown river. So as soon as they opened the door and entered the factory, they saw a green meadows. Here meadows means green grasses. Okay, on either side of the valley, on both the sides of the valley. So when they were walking, they were walking on a valley, and on both the sides of the valley they saw green grasses. And at the bottom of it flowed a great brown river. Here brown river means the chocolate river. Okay. So a chocolate river was flowing at the bottom of the valley on which they were walking. Am I clear? What is more, there was a tremendous waterfall halfway along the river. A steep cliff over which the water curled and rolled into a solid sheet, and then went crashing down into a boiling, churning whirlpool of froth and spray. So, they saw a tremendous waterfall at the middle of the river, where there was a huge rock from where the water fell down and formed a spiral shape, and then changed into the shape of a solid rectangular sheet, which went with a great force, hitting down the boiling, churning whirlpool of froth and spray. So here, whirlpool is nothing but the shape which comes or occurs when we move water inside the glass, or when we move milk inside the stir milk inside the glass. Okay, that is the shape, that circle like shape is called whirlpool. So hope you have understood here what the poet wants to say us about the whirlpool and about the chocolate river. Below the waterfall, a whole mass of enormous glass pipes were dangling down into the river from somewhere high up in the ceiling. They really were enormous, those pipes. There must have been a dozen of them at least, and they were sucking up the brownish muddy water from the river and carrying it away to goodness knows where. So this means that below the waterfall, huge glass pipes were hanging loosely down into the river like the fans hanging in the ceiling of the roof of our home or at the school. They were almost 12. There were almost 12 large pipes hanging to suck up the brownish muddy water from the river. Here the muddy water is nothing but the chocolates that are in liquid condition into the river. So these pipes sucks the chocolate and takes it away from the river to a place where nobody knows. Okay, it is high, it is very high, so the kids cannot see where the chocolate is going. The children cannot see where the chocolate is going. And because they were made of glass, you could see the liquid flowing and bulbing along inside them. And above the noise of the waterfall, you could hear the never-ending sucking sound of the pipes as they did their work. Here the chocolates inside the glass were visible to them, and they could see the liquid chocolate flowing into it with bubbles into them. And the sucking sound made by the pipes were so loud that the children could not even hear the noise of the waterfall when the pipes were sucking up the chocolates. Understood? So I hope you have understood the chapter. Now you just get ready with the word meanings that are given in the book. Okay. In the next class, we will cover the remaining portions of this chapter. Thank you. Take care. Bye.